An early Merry Christmas to you, YouTube and Smallville fans. Alright, I know that Christmas is a long way away. In fact, it's probably closer to Halloween or Thanksgiving. Closer to Canadian Thanksgiving, actually, because we have ours in about 2 weeks. This episode comes to from a request with the account name of Doc37958. And now the lighting is kind of making me half blind, so apologies. Because of the contest, I'm going to be doing one episode request per the account that any account that had gone for the contest thing. So it's too late for anybody new to go, but I'm going to be doing these one by one. So Doc37958. They requested Lexmas for me to review. And actually, this is an episode that I actually really enjoyed because it's a chance for us to really get a sense of what Lex really wants. And it's, of course, a holiday episode, which you can't go wrong with unless you really go wrong with it. And we get an introduction to a character that I never thought Smallville would ever introduce onto the show, but we got him. And you'll find out who that is in a minute. Okay, so the episode starts off with Lex going to a guy named Griff, because he thinks that he needs him to get rid of Jonathan Kent out of the Kansas state election for senator. And after that happens, he goes out to the street to his car, where he gets mugged by this guy. And he's ready to give in. And the guy's got this girlfriend with him. And he's given the guy what he wants. And she shoots him anyway. So, before the opening credits have even gone for this episode, you're thinking, what the heck? You shot the guy for no reason. Like, I guess it was implied that the girl was drunk or something, but that's kind of a stupid reason, you know? It's just my opinion. Anyway, so Lex ends up waking up, where he finds Lana right next to him. And a little boy jumps onto the bed. And Lana is pregnant. And it's Christmas time. Well, it's Christmas time here anyway. Or in the episode. And he finds out that it's all hallucination or dream world caused by his late mother, Lillian Luther. And she tells him that he can have all of this if he really wants it and he makes the right choices. And what happens from there is really just Lex exploring this dream world. And becoming with the realization that he's a father, he has Lana, he has a family, and it all seems so happy, but of course we can tell that too happiness always ends in tragedy. Or too much happiness always ends in tragedy, rather. So in the meantime, Clark and Lana are having their first Christmas together, and Chloe asks Clark to come down to the Daily Planet to help her out, because she has been in charge of the Toys for Tots organization or charity drive, and she needs Clark to go all over the metropolis with the toys. Like there's probably about 2,000 toys in the Daily Planet basement that he needs to deliver, and so he goes around doing that, super speeding. So you kind of would think that he would probably be knocking on people's doors, because I'm pretty sure that the Toys for Tots people don't just break and enter and put toys underneath your freaking Christmas tree. You have to tell the people that. It's not just some, like, it's freaking, like, reverse burglary is what it is. Anyway, yeah, like, that's just how I saw it when I was watching this again. Like, I'm thinking, you have to knock on the door. You have to tell people that you're coming. Anyway, so then he gets to the top of a building. We're going to stick on this part of the story for just a little bit. He gets to the top of the building because he finds a person in a Santa Claus costume, drunk, about to jump off the side of the building. So he sits down and talks with the person, who is upset that the spirit of Christmas is dead. So we don't only get a drunk and suicidal Santa, because apparently this is the real Santa Claus. That's the character who I never thought Smallville would ever introduce. We also get a character, or a Santa Claus, who cusses. He says, all that the world is about now is take, bitch, bitch, bitch. Oh my gosh! It's friggin' Santa Claus! I'm sorry, but when I saw that again, I was like, it's freaking Santa Claus! Like, okay, maybe once or twice the guy, if he was real, would get drunk. But suicide is one. Okay, swearing is one thing. Then you have Santa Claus friggin' suicidal. Oh my gosh! So Clark ends up talking him out of it by saying that he gave up his Christmas with his girlfriend to go helping out the kids, and so he catches him from accidentally falling off a roof that would have killed him. And you would think that Santa Claus knows that Clark, who is probably on the nice list, would have those superpowers, but he's honestly astonished. Anyway, so then what happens is he goes to the Daily Planet. He convinces Chloe to let him take the toys off her hands, and so he disappears into the night with the toys. And Chloe explains it to Clark, who of course does not believe her theories that it is the real Santa Claus. Okay, yeah, that. He just doesn't believe her. The guy's seen magic before. He's seen Lana and Chloe and Lois possessed by 3 witches. I'm just saying it's not that far-fetched of a theory compared to, you know, what's happened before. But back to the Lex dream world. What happens after that? What happens in this scenario is Lex is married to Lana. They have a son named Alexander, and she's pregnant with another child. And what happened is Lex left the senatorial race. Jonathan Kent is senator of Kansas. And because of that, Lionel has disowned him. Because of the scenario with the gunshot, he had the operation and he decided he's not going to have that life of power and luxury. He's going to pursue his own dreams and become who he wants to be. And so that's when he goes to go buy a Christmas tree with his son, and you get a lot, and I mean a lot of corny lines from Lana, like, "Oh, this is why I love you so much. Oh, you're such a perfect husband. Oh my gosh!" Like, seriously, it's like Lana's lines, except just cheesy to the max. And Lana's lines are usually pretty cheesy on Smallville. So actually what happens is Clark and it's implied that Clark and Chloe are in a relationship, and they're actually both reporters, and they go to a Christmas party with Senator Jonathan Kent, and okay, actually before that, there's this scene where Lex has bought like the biggest freaking tree that he can find. And he reasons to Lana, who says about a budget, because they have a budget now, that he says, like, it's because we never celebrated Christmas after my mom died, and I wanted to have this tree make up for all the years that I wasted. Can you understand that? And she's like, of course I can understand it. You tell me the same thing every year. What? Are you friggin' serious? So after all the years of the same speech, you automatically understand it? It's just, he's pulling the same BS every year, and you're believing this? Anyway, so what happens is Lana goes into labor at the party. She gives birth to a girl, and then Lana has a problem. She's bleeding. Lex realizes that he needs his father's financial help. But Lionel tells him when he goes to visit him, "You left me behind. Too bad, so sad. Deal with your own problem." And Lana ends up dying, and he confronts his mom. Lex confronts his mom, who says, like, "Your life is full of love. You have 2 beautiful children, and you have Lana, or you had Lana." And so he says, "But they're freaking dead. Like, you're dead. Lana's dead. Julian's dead." Like, that's all he's concentrating on. So he wakes up, and because Lionel has actually used an operation that could have killed Lex to ensure that he walks, because the bullet was very close to his spine. And Lex wakes up really ticked off, and so he confronts Griff, and he's like, very much like Ebenezer Scrooge, I realized that I really want to be happy, and the answer to happiness is money and power. So what you really get an understanding of is Lex is not going to change. The reason that he is going with that is because he wants to be able to have that life, but if he doesn't have the resources to save Lana, he's going to lose her. And I thought that was a very interesting way to take the story, because what else is a guy like Lex gonna think? That's how he's gonna act in a situation like that. So that is my review on Lexmas. Very early compared to the Christmas season, but you know what? Now you know what I think about it.